Hi, I want to introduce you to Lawrence. As a small boy, Lawrence worked out that not everyone was created equal. While he was incredibly intelligent, good-looking and humble, there were those around him that were not. As he looked at the great injustice in the world, the marginalised, the impoverished and the soon-to-be extinct leadbeater possum, he wondered why somebody was not making a difference. And then he realised he was somebody. He was going to be a lawyer. Lawrence studied hard, contemplated working for legal aid, but eventually joined a law firm. He became good at copying documents, proofreading and accounting for every 6 minutes of his life. He knew that the chance to make a real difference would come along eventually. Over time, he was given more and more responsibility until one day the ultimate honour was bestowed upon him. He was asked to become a partner in the firm. He jumped at the opportunity. He set up multiple entities to hold his substantial future wealth, which he would give away, of course, at some point, and protect it from the errors of his colleagues and future relational challenges. As he settled into his new role as partner, he noticed that most things were the same. But there was one key change. He was now responsible more than ever for bringing in new business to the firm. This had not been too hard early on, as he'd passionately spoken to those around him about his work, and they had introduced him to new opportunities. But over time it was getting tougher, and he wondered why. He found that those that had traditionally referred him business were not feeding him with the same number of referrals. Clients coming to him already knew what they wanted in a way in which they never seemed to know, and they were talking to the competition and pushing him on price more than ever before. He knew that they had some great processes in the firm. When they completed any client work, every step was clearly identified, measured and signed off. When someone wanted to spend money on anything, they were told no, but if it was finally allowed, it was carefully evaluated, assessed and reported on. When a new person was hired, there was process both to select them and then to induct them. But when it came to marketing and selling the services of the firm, they did not seem to have the same rigour. They did do some marketing. They built a website, sent out a newsletter and published reports. They jumped on the social media craze, linking in and tweeting, mostly because they feared being left behind. They ran events and sponsored a few things, but no one seemed to know exactly what this was achieving because there was very little measurement and follow-up. As Lawrence looked around the partner group, he noticed that there were some that were just good with the law, while others were good with the law and lunch. Handicaps were coming down, fine wine was being appreciated, but there was little accountability around these activities and the new business results they generated. He saw that clients and potential clients were interacting with staff at all levels within the firm, and damage was sometimes being done and many opportunities being missed. For some reason, clients in one part of the practice were not being introduced to the other services of the practice, and little kingdoms were being built. Slowly, Lawrence started to realise that revenue creation, marketing and business development had very little process around it at all. It relied on the strengths of a few individuals, but there was no common language, process, measurement and accountability. Welcome to Revenue Performance Management.